Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. The baseball world is buzzing with a rumor that could completely reshape the landscape of Major League Baseball. Imagine the New York Yankees, a team with a storied history and a reputation for making headline-grabbing moves, pulling off a deal that sends shockwaves not just through the league, but across the entire sports world. According to sources that are whispering behind the scenes, Julio Rodriguez, the young superstar outfielder who has already carved out a reputation as one of the brightest talents in the game, could be on his way to the Bronx. This isn't just a simple acquisition. The speculation suggests that alongside Rodriguez, a current starter from the Yankees roster could be included in the transaction. A move that would immediately create questions about team chemistry, lineups, and the balance of power in the American League. Analysts and fans alike are already dissecting every possible scenario, imagining how the Yankees' offensive firepower might look with a talent like Rodriguez in the fold. Social media is exploding, with clips of his plays being shared millions of times, and debates flaring about who might be the player leaving the team. The intrigue doesn't stop at just the field. Front offices across the league are reportedly on high alert, trying to anticipate the domino effect this could trigger. Speculation about trades in baseball is always part of the off-season drama, but this rumor has a different intensity, almost like the sport itself is holding its breath. Julio Rodriguez is not just a skilled player, he represents a rare combination of speed, power, and baseball IQ that most teams only dream of acquiring. Adding him to a lineup already stacked with talent could instantly make the Yankees one of the most feared teams in the league, creating matchups that pitchers and managers will have to carefully strategize around. The mystery of which starter might be included in the deal only adds fuel to the fire, as fans are weighing the potential costs and benefits. Some suggest it could be an established veteran, whose absence would leave a noticeable hole in the roster, while others speculate it could be a younger player whose potential hasn't yet been fully realized, meaning the Yankees could be gambling on immediate impact over long-term development. Media outlets are already running wild with theories, with headlines hinting at blockbuster moves and changing the face of the Yankees forever. The conversations extend beyond analysts and commentators, as fan forums are full of passionate debates, mock trade scenarios, and social media polls speculating on what this trade could mean for playoff positioning, team morale, and even the future of the players involved. The financial implications of such a move are equally staggering, raising questions about contracts, salary caps, and long-term planning. Julio Rodriguez's value is immense, not just in talent but in marketability, merchandise, and ticket sales, making him a potentially transformative figure for the Yankees beyond the field. Including a current starter in the trade adds complexity, as contract lengths, salaries, and options all need to align to make the deal feasible. Sources hint that negotiations are delicate and ongoing, with multiple layers of approvals and considerations, including player consent and trade clauses, making every rumor subject to sudden twists. Yet, the possibility alone is enough to dominate sports headlines and ignite discussions across the country. Fans are imagining stadium chants, highlight reels, and the sheer excitement of seeing a dynamic player like Rodriguez in pinstripes, while opponents are strategizing how to counteract this hypothetical surge of talent. The speculation also raises philosophical questions about team-building philosophy. Are the Yankees leaning toward a win-now mentality, or are they balancing the short-term gains against long-term sustainability? Baseball insiders are suggesting that this move, if it happens, would be among the most daring in recent history, blending star power, youth, and established veterans in a way that could redefine expectations for high-stakes trades. Rumors of this magnitude often bring out both the dreamers and the skeptics, and the Rodriguez to Yankees chatter is no exception. On one hand, fans are envisioning highlight reel catches, explosive home runs, and a team that seems unstoppable on paper. On the other hand, critics are cautioning against the unpredictability of integrating new stars into an already high-profile lineup, warning about potential clashes of egos or chemistry issues in the clubhouse. Baseball is as much about personalities as it is about stats, and the narrative surrounding Rodriguez includes not just his on-field brilliance, but also his approach to leadership, team culture, and handling the spotlight. The addition of a current starter in the rumored deal amplifies these dynamics, as every player has a unique role and presence in the locker room. Management will need to navigate this carefully to ensure that the trade elevates the team rather than destabilizing it. Analysts are weighing every angle, which positions might shift, how batting orders could change, and how defensive alignments might adjust to maximize the combination of talent now potentially available. The rumor alone has already sparked a flurry of mock interviews, fantasy simulations, and viral discussions that suggest the impact of such a trade would extend far beyond the Yankees, reverberating across the league as other teams consider their own strategies in response. Adding to the drama is the timing and secrecy surrounding these reports. Rumors in baseball can fizzle out quickly, but this one persists with a sense of inevitability, as if the stars are aligning for a seismic shakeup. Insider whispers hint that talks are at an advanced stage, with league officials, agents, and player representatives all closely monitoring the situation. The narrative is further intensified by the scarcity of confirmed information, creating an almost cinematic tension where every leak, social media post, or cryptic quote from a manager is dissected for hidden meaning. Fans and journalists alike are poring over minor details, travel schedules, pre-game interviews, subtle roster shifts, trying to catch a glimpse of the truth behind the speculation. The psychological aspect of trade rumors is fascinating, as it engages not just statistical analysis but human imagination, encouraging fans to project outcomes, celebrate hypothetical victories, or agonize over potential losses. The broader baseball ecosystem is on alert, with rival teams preparing for worst-case scenarios and reshaping strategies in anticipation of the possible blockbuster. In short, the rumor has transcended a simple trade discussion and become a narrative that captures the imagination of anyone who follows the sport, even beyond the immediate practicalities. There's a symbolic weight to the speculation. Julio Rodriguez represents a new generation of talent, a player whose rise in the league has been meteoric and whose potential seems almost limitless. Bringing him to a team like the Yankees, a franchise steeped in tradition and expectation, would signal not just ambition but a bold willingness to embrace the future while maintaining the weight of history. The inclusion of an established starter in the trade only amplifies the stakes, creating a storyline that combines legacy, youth, risk, and reward in equal measure for fans. This isn't just about statistics or wins, it's about identity, pride, and imagining a team that could redefine the boundaries of what is possible. Social media platforms are flooded with edits, commentary, and predictions, turning the rumor into a collective experience, a shared speculation that spans continents and time zones. Meanwhile, experts are analyzing every conceivable angle, how it would affect pitching rotations, lineup versatility, and defensive coverage, but the magic lies in the unknown. The thrill of imagining a Yankees team with a game-changing superstar like Rodriguez integrated into their core. As discussions escalate, the anticipation builds to almost unbearable levels, as everyone waits to see whether this whispered possibility will materialize into a reality that could forever alter the landscape of Major League Baseball. If the trade rumor actually comes to fruition, the ripple effects across Major League Baseball would be unprecedented. Every team would be recalculating strategies, projections, and even payroll plans, knowing that the Yankees could suddenly possess one of the most dynamic lineups in recent history. The player who might accompany Julio Rodriguez in the trade adds an extra layer of intrigue, because it isn't just about filling positions, it's about leadership, chemistry, and the subtle balance that makes a team perform at peak levels. Baseball insiders suggest that the Yankees could be signaling a shift toward aggressive win-now tactics, prioritizing immediate impact over long-term development. Yet, speculation also raises the possibility of strategic cunning. Acquiring Rodriguez while including a starter could be a calculated maneuver to create cap space, adjust depth, or even prepare for future acquisitions. Fans are already imagining how the lineup could shift, power hitters moving into different slots, speedsters leveraging the gaps created, and pitchers needing to adjust to a completely new offensive landscape. The psychological component cannot be understated. Opposing teams would be preparing not just for the talent, but for the aura, confidence, and swagger that a figure like Rodriguez brings. Every at-bat would carry narrative weight, and the Yankees' home stadium would transform into a crucible of expectation, where fans project dreams and anxieties alike onto every swing. The rumor, whether it materializes or not, is already shaping conversations, broadcast segments, and social media trends, creating a collective anticipation rarely seen in the sport. Social media speculation around this possible blockbuster is reaching fever pitch, with every snippet, quote, or minor roster adjustment being analyzed for hints. Viral posts feature edited images of Julio Rodriguez in a Yankees uniform, mock highlight reels imagining him stealing bases, hitting home runs, and making game-changing catches that leave audiences breathless. Fan forums are flooded with debates. Some envision the Yankees as unstoppable, a team that could dominate any opponent, while others question how the integration of a young superstar alongside a veteran starter might disrupt team dynamics. Analysts dissect potential lineups, imagining positional shifts, batting order tweaks, and how defensive coverage could adjust to maximize both talent and strategy. Meanwhile, discussions extend beyond the field into clubhouse chemistry, leadership, and the personalities involved. Baseball, after all, is as much about people as statistics, and the addition of Rodriguez coupled with a starter could redefine the team's culture overnight. Every conversation seems to circle back to the same question: can a franchise balance the brilliance of youth with the stability of experience, without creating fractures? This rumor has ignited not only curiosity, but deep strategic contemplation among fans, journalists, and rival front offices alike, turning what could have been a simple trade into a narrative that grips the imagination of the entire baseball community. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. Financial implications of the rumored move are equally staggering, prompting analysts to speculate about contracts, luxury tax considerations, and long-term financial planning. Julio Rodriguez represents an enormous investment, not just in talent but also in marketability, merchandising, and ticket sales, making him a transformative figure for the Yankees brand on and off the field. Including a starter in the rumored deal raises complex questions about salary alignment, contract duration, and potential clauses that could influence negotiations. Insiders hint that discussions are delicate, layered, and ongoing, with agents, league officials, and management working to balance the many moving pieces. The mere suggestion of the trade has already led to widespread chatter about how the Yankees' finances and roster construction might shift in response. Fans imagine the possibilities: a lineup that blends youthful explosiveness with established skill, a pitching rotation that adapts to newfound offensive threats, and a franchise that could leverage the trade to dominate both sportingly and commercially. Analysts are carefully evaluating scenarios in which this blockbuster could strengthen the team immediately while preserving flexibility for future seasons. This rumor is not merely about adding talent, it's a statement about ambition, risk tolerance, and the lengths a franchise is willing to go to assert dominance, even without confirmation. The speculation has generated a narrative that captures both hearts and minds across the baseball world. The psychological tension surrounding the rumor is palpable, with fans, commentators, and insiders eagerly dissecting every minor development. Rumors of this scale don't simply circulate, they influence expectations, create pressure, and redefine how teams are perceived even before any official announcement. The potential arrival of Julio Rodriguez, coupled with a starter leaving, raises countless what-if scenarios that extend from the field to media coverage, from player development to fan loyalty. Speculation is fueled by cryptic comments, unusual lineup decisions, or even the timing of press conferences, with every gesture dissected for hidden meaning. Baseball, in this sense, becomes as much a theater of anticipation as a sport of skill, where narratives are constructed, debated, and lived vicariously by millions. Fans imagine the roar of the crowd, the tension of pivotal games, and the storylines that would emerge from integrating a superstar into an already high-profile roster. Analysts weigh in on lineup construction, defensive adjustments, and the intangible influence on team culture. Yet, at its core, the rumor thrives because it is dramatic, bold, and speculative, a perfect storm of talent, potential, and intrigue that captures imaginations across generations. The anticipation itself becomes part of the spectacle, highlighting how a single possible trade can dominate conversations, strategy, and storytelling in the sport. Rumors like this often blur the line between fantasy and reality, and the Rodriguez to Yankees chatter is a prime example. Fans and media alike are caught in a whirlwind of projections, simulations, and what-if analysis, trying to imagine the impact of such a seismic shift. Some envision immediate playoff dominance, explosive offensive combinations, and defensive brilliance, while others caution that disrupting existing dynamics could introduce unforeseen challenges. The inclusion of a current starter in the trade adds complexity, forcing consideration of who might leave, how roles would shift, and what sacrifices are deemed acceptable beyond strategy and statistics. The human element looms large. Baseball is as much about personalities, leadership, and chemistry as it is about power numbers and batting averages. A superstar like Rodriguez brings not only skill but also energy, confidence, and media attention, which could influence teammates, opponents, and the fan base alike. Rumors of this scale often take on a life of their own, transforming from whispers into cultural phenomena, capturing attention far beyond the traditional fan base. The narrative is not just about a trade, it's about ambition, risk, identity, and the endless fascination that comes with imagining what could be in one of the most storied sports leagues in the world. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.